They are making a difference on 938 Live.
Social awareness is best nurtured in our formative years. Singapore Polytechnic recognized this with their recent inaugural Social Innovation Project, or SIP, event. It sought to promote greater awareness among the participants of urban poverty in Singapore and the challenges faced by communities in need. Over the next 2 days on There Making a Difference, we speak to the participants in the SIP event to understand what it meant to them. Today I'm talking to Felicia Chow and Tu Na Xuan. They are students from the Diploma in Applied Drama and Psychology who played roles in a Promenade Theatre performance for the SIP event.
In the performance, we actually use Promenade Theatre. You actually experience the characters' life more in depth, whereby the audience will actually follow the characters and to their specific sites and experience their stories.
How do you do that through Promenade Theatre?
During Promenade Theatre, you will at first have a general audience whereby everyone is gathered at the stage. And afterwards, the audience will actually split up into groups and choose which character they can choose to follow during the site specifics. So during the site specifics, you only see the character that you followed and their stories and see how they actually become the characters they are and actually understand better their stories.
Why did you choose this sort of theatre to raise awareness about the urban poverty in Singapore?
Okay, because we felt that urban poverty was actually which is not commonly discussed about, and it's quite a sensitive topic. So with Promenade Theatre, it's very effective in actually putting across such topics in a safe space and can be discussed openly.
You think it basically drew the audience into a more personal, safer space to talk about the issues?
Yes, and they'll be more willing to actually share. And when they actually see the specific character story, they actually feel they can relate more to the characters and actually understand better.
So tell us more about the character that you played.
Okay, so the character that I played was the grandmother, and she actually has two sons, which she raised all by her own, but her husband died when they were very young. So she actually raised them by washing clothes every single day, and she managed to raise them up to university. But they went overseas and they didn't come back. So right now she's wheelchair bound, and so she actually has some financial issues, and also she's very physically inaccessible to a lot of things. So she has some medical issues also. But then the fees, which is a bit hard for her to actually manage and everything. So the audience are actually supposed to find out ways which they can help her and such.
I see. And I understand another one of your peers is with you, Felicia, and she played another character. Hi, Felicia. Do you want to tell us more about your character?
Okay, I played the role as Dr. B. I'm a GC A-level graduate. However, I didn't score very spectacularly well, so the local youth don't accept me. And right now, I'm planning to go to overseas university and New York University and study nutrition there. However, I worry about whether my parents have enough money for me to go and achieve my dreams.
So when you guys were drafting out these characters and discovering them so you can bring them into the audience space more intimately, what was the process like?
Oh, the process of building this character, for me, it was a lot of research, a lot of statistics involved, and I got the help from my lecturer, Miss Wong, whom actually gave me a deeper insight to how actually grades open the doors to a lot of things in the future. Like, for example, for my character, just because of my A-level grades, there are many problems that arise from it, such as I'm not able to go to the local U that I want to. And then there's also the worry about not attaining a degree, which in Singapore you must have a degree to get wherever you want and a decent job. And also the topic on women, because if I were to actually turn to work right after A-levels, what about the time lapse? I'm going to be behind time. I'm going to be behind those that get their degrees and masters. And by the time I reach the workforce, I'll be already at the age where I'm supposed to start a family and supposed to settle down. So those are the many issues that can arise from just one tiny problem in life. Yeah.
Well, Felicia, it's great that you've raised awareness with your audiences as well as within yourself with these issues and learned more about them. How about for Nashian? Same question to you. Was there anything you learned during the process, and what surprised you?
During the process of actually building the character and actually the whole performance, actually something that actually surprised me was that urban poverty was actually a very hidden community, and that actually there's so much more that could be done. And actually we're just not that well aware of it, and that is not present in our society. And another thing that actually surprised me was that how it actually successfully brought across the topics which we actually wanted to discuss with the audience, and the suggestions from the audience which we managed to get out from them and we managed to discuss and such.
What was the most surprising suggestion that you received?
Oh, one of the most surprising one was that a lot of people actually thought of helping them whereby they actually, the very everyday things, whereby we actually never thought about it, such as like getting flyers from them, just taking all the flyers that they actually pass out to help them get through their everyday life. Even though it's very small and everything, but it actually starts up from somewhere. And from there we can actually build on to help them, whereby we start and target the root of the problem and such.
You're talking about those who are underprivileged, who are giving out flyers to earn a
Yes,
living?
and selling tissues and all this, yes.
Anything else that surprised you about yourself in the process?
For myself, throughout the whole process, something that surprised me was that I felt that actually I knew so little about this whole community, and that also another thing that surprised me was that actually bringing across this whole character, because playing a role as a grandmother is something that's very foreign to me. To actually portray a character and showing the truth behind it is actually a very tough journey. So yeah.
And that was Felicia Chow and Tu Na Xuan from Singapore Polytechnic talking about their experience in the SIP or Social Innovation Project event. This has been They Are Making a Difference. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daphne Lim.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.